it will be our 10th anniversary in April.
Oh, okay. 10 years of meeting or dating or
10
what
years of
exactly?
dating.
Great.
10 years of dating. We met on Grindr.
Yeah.
Um, we spoke on Grindr for 2 years before we met in the real world.
Okay. Did he not live in the same country or London or
15-minute drive from where I lived.
in Dublin?
No, in London.
Oh, in London, but it was just like more of a
It just, I don't
friendly
know, for
chat.
whatever reason, we never met, but we had real conversations.
Right.
Because I think, obviously, we all know what Grindr is and how Grindr works and what Grindr is all about.
Yeah.
You don't talk to somebody for 2 years about dick pics. You know,
Yeah.
like we ended up having genuine conversations. I think partly because we hadn't actually met in the real world, it's really easy to be really honest
Mm.
to a complete stranger,
Mm.
to somebody that isn't real. I haven't met you yet, so
Yeah.
you're not a real person yet. You're just that text bubble in my phone.
And there was no like, let's take this offline. Let's go and actually go for coffee and walk or something
No,
like
we
that.
just chatted for a really long time and just chatted, and it was lovely. And I always remember somebody else saying to me, I mean, it's not that I own, like, during those 2 years that Gavin and I spoke, we both saw other people and did other things because it was just, we had met. It was just oh, that's Gavin that I chat to on Grindr. That was what
Yeah.
the relationship was.
Yeah.
And I always remember someone messaging me on Grindr, a hi, how are you or whatever, and me actually replying how I was.
Yeah. Okay.
And somebody going, you're the only person who replies in paragraphs.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, no, I'm not. There's this bloke called Gavin that replies in paragraphs too.
Yeah.
And so we chatted for 2 years, and then we arranged to meet, and went on a proper dinner date the following night, and that was 10 years ago.
And it was just like instant connection from real life.
Well,
versus
from
online.
real life, yeah, because I'm like, I know loads about you.
Yeah.
You know, we knew a lot about each other and our lives up till that point.
That's nice.
It was really easy. Like, if when we did meet, it felt that there was a huge connection because we've spent 2 years chatting.
And what's the secret to 10 years together?
Actually like each other,
Yeah.
like genuinely like each other, and make sure you have your own life.
Okay.
So we've been together for 10 years. We go out, we travel, we live together, but we both still have our own lives. I have my group of friends, he has his friends, our friends merge, and there are lots of crossovers, but there are clubs and parties or events or holidays or places I want to go that he has no interest in. So I'll go and do that. And he does the same with his.
And has that always
friends.
been the case, or did you have to figure that out?
No, it's always been the case. We're both fiercely independent. And I think neither of us were necessarily looking for a partner. And I think that's a huge mistake people make. When you're looking for someone, you're looking for someone to fill a void. There's a hole somewhere that you think somebody else is going to fill. And they're never going to fill it, because they'll never fill it exactly the way that you need them to fill it, because you need to fill that in your own. So we're both fiercely independent, and we're really happy single in our own lives. So when we met, it was you're not going to you're not filling a hole, you're adding to my life. And I think that's always been the thing. So like with a previous partner, we had a business together, we socialized together, we lived together, and it was, after a while it was, well, what did you do today? Exactly the same thing you did, because I was standing right beside you.
Yeah.
Whereas Gavin and I have very separate lives in a way, so that we have a lot to talk about. We talk about our holidays and our friends and, all the stuff. I think you lose a lot of people in a long-term relationship. You become part of a we, and you lose the bit of yourself that made you, and that's generally the thing that the other person's attracted to. I've had a life before Gavin, and I have stories before him, and then it's really shit then if the only stories I have after him include him, because then what am I talking about with him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. And you're still discovering things about each other, which is exciting. in terms of like, you know, if you go on some job for 2 weeks in LA without him, and then it's like coming back and there's new meat to talk about.
Absolutely.
new
There's
experiences.
absolutely there's well, this is what I did. Now I
Yeah.
have some stories.
Yeah.
As opposed to being stuck by each other at all times. And or you know, you see couples who have to ask permission to do this thing, or is it okay if I go out with my friends?
Yeah.
I would never ask Gavin if it was okay if I went out.
You'd
with my
already be
friends.
out.
I would just tell him, oh, I will
Yeah.
be home on Friday night for dinner.
Yeah.
I'm going out, and he'll be the same. Like, oh, I'm not going to be home that weekend. I'm going to Barcelona with blah.